two main complaints from my clients about their clients. First, they don't like their clients. The only ones they seem to attract are difficult, don't value their pricing, and are only shopping around for the cheapest option. The second complaint is that they're not getting any new clients. If you've struggled with either of those scenarios, this video is for you. I'm sharing 5 tips for effortlessly attracting your ideal client. Want even more of my best branding and business advice specifically for women in business? Subscribe to my channel and click the bell to be notified when I post each new video. I'm Moriah, the founder and creative director of Moriah Riona Branding, where we help coaches, creatives, and service-based female entrepreneurs build exclusive luxury brands so they can make more money while pursuing their life's passion. But today, I'm sharing my secrets with you. Tip number 1, get crystal clear on your ideal client. The first thing you need to realize is that you don't want everyone to like you, and you certainly don't want every person who needs your services to hire you. You just don't. By being a generalist and trying to cater to the needs and whims of every potential client who crosses your path, you'll never become known as an expert who does that one specific thing really well for that specific clientele. By generalizing and trying to be available to anyone who might hire you, you actually cheapen your brand. And no one feels passionately about those businesses. While it might seem scary to specialize and niche down because you have FOMO or fear of missing out for all those other clients you could possibly book, niching down will actually create higher demand for you, your business, and your services. Let's say, for example, I'm looking for a weight loss coach. I probably have tens of thousands of options, but if I came across your website and you work specifically with busy mom entrepreneurs who just want to lose the last 10 pounds and finally keep it off, well, I think, hey, that's me. I need to work with this coach. And that's exactly what I do. I keep comparing every other option back to you, the ideal option. So then for me, your ideal client, it suddenly doesn't matter to me that you cost 3 times as much as all those other weight loss coaches I've been researching, because you alone have the answer to my problem. It's a match made in heaven. And that's exactly what you want your ideal client to think when they find you. So how do you niche down and figure out who that ideal client is? I've got a free workshop to help you do just that. Download your copy now to figure out your brand's ideal client avatar. Think of it as the character or personality that embodies your ideal client. The link is in the description down below. Tip number 2. Create your visual brand for your ideal client and only your ideal client. In all my years of helping business women build luxury brands, I found that there are really 3 types of entrepreneurs. 1, most entrepreneurs. They don't really understand branding, so they get a logo as an afterthought. They have a business, so they know they need a logo, but they don't really know why. It's generic, it's DIY, and it's cheap. 2, more sophisticated entrepreneurs. They understand the importance of having a well-designed brand, so they hire someone to design a custom logo for their business. And honestly, that's a great start, but it's not enough. And 3, a select few truly savvy entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs know that their branding isn't actually for them, it's for their ideal client. You definitely want to be in the 3rd group, so you need to understand that a brand is so much more than a logo. Your brand is messaging, how you talk to your audience about what you do and why it matters, and visuals. This includes your logo, but also includes all the other visual elements of your brand, like fonts, colors, website, printed materials, business card stationery, etc., photography, social media graphics, and more. When you really know who your ideal client is, you know their style, and you can use that information to design a brand that feels like them. I've done this in my own business by creating a brand specifically for my ideal client. So when they visit my website, they reach out and say, "I felt like you were speaking directly to me." And I always laugh a little to myself because they're right. I was speaking directly to them. I know who my ideal client is, and that's who I book over and over again. From my logo to the fonts, colors, photos, and wording on my website, everything was carefully selected to connect with that ideal client. Tip number 3, solve your ideal client's big problem. Remember my story at the beginning of this video about the weight loss coach who knew exactly what I needed? They had the solution to my problem. That's what you need to do for your ideal client. You need to figure out their big problem, because you might think that people pay for weight loss coaching or life coaching or interior design or graphic design or photography or whatever it is you offer, but they actually don't. People pay money to solve their problems. I'm gonna repeat this because it's so important, and most entrepreneurs miss this very vital fact. People don't pay for your services. They part with their hard-earned money to solve their problems. So figure out what your ideal client's big problem is and how you can help them solve it. I know this one can be pretty tricky, so I've actually got a resource to help you. Client Breakthrough is my 50-page guide that will take you through the process of discovering your own unique ideal client and using that information to start attracting those perfect clients for your business. It has a whole section dedicated to helping you discover your ideal client's biggest problems and deepest desires, so you can create solutions that they'll pay for. Tip number 4, hang out where your ideal client hangs out. You've probably heard this before, but you want to build know, like, and trust with your audience and ideal clients. One of the best ways to do this is to hang out where that ideal client is hanging out and become a valuable resource for them. You can use your ideal client avatar to determine exactly where it is you should be hanging out to so casually bump into them. For example, which social media platforms do they use and love? That's where you should be posting regular, inspiring, and helpful content. Which networking events do they attend? You should be in attendance too. Or even better, you should be speaking or teaching a class there focused on their big problem. Which publications, media, and podcasts do they read, watch, or listen to? These are the places you should try to get interviews or have paid advertising. By knowing your ideal client, you're able to simplify and focus your marketing efforts to show up exactly where they are. This will save you tons of time and money in the long run and ensure that you are always connecting with the right people. Tip number 5, speak directly to your ideal client. This goes back to my first point of niching down and honing in on your ideal client. There's this concept in branding and marketing of attract and repel. Basically, not only do you want to be attracting the right clients, you want to repel anyone who isn't. Again, I know this can be scary at first. Why would you want to repel someone who could potentially pay for your services? But if a potential client isn't a good fit, really they'll only waste your valuable time trying to figure that out, unless you commit to attract and repel. By using this concept, you'll be attracting the perfect clients for your business, but you won't be answering emails and inquiries from those who aren't a good fit, which means you'll be saving time for your ideal clients. Worse than spending countless hours in your inbox without using the attract and repel method, you might end up actually booking non-ideal clients, which could lead to difficult situations or unhappy clients. This is not only frustrating to deal with, but can also seriously damage your reputation. So make a commitment to always speak directly to your ideal client and no one else. When you do this, you connect deeply with the right people for your brand. And those who aren't a good fit just won't stick around long. Now you know what it takes to start attracting your dream clients. But if you're still wondering how to narrow down and articulately define that ideal client, then I've got you covered. Grab my ideal client avatar worksheet. It's totally free, and you can get your copy with the link below. And when you're ready to dive deeper, I hope you'll check out my 50-page guide, Client Breakthrough, the ultimate guide to defining, attracting, and booking your ideal clients on repeat. Want to know even more about getting booked out with dream clients? Be sure to check out that video that just popped up. If you liked this video, hit that thumbs up down below and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.